Hey everyone, we're back here to showcase another one of my builds that I've done. Another one of my car builds. This was actually the second car that I ever finished, which I can get started on a lot of projects, but a lot of times I have a hard time getting them finished and getting them the way I wanted them. This model here is a box stock model. This is the Revell C5-r race Corvette. It is painted. Actually, this car is painted with a can. It's painted with, if I remember correctly, I think it's Star Spangled Blue Testors one-shot lacquers. And then all the decals are kit decals. There's a couple added decals out of another kit in it. And but like I say, it is all a box stock model. This one was... It's not a real detailed model. For some reason or another, they give you an engine, but there is no way to flip the hood for it. You actually have to lift the body off to see the engine. So needless to say, I did not glue all of the engine together. And when you look at the car underneath, it's one big pan. So this car pretty much sits as is on my display base at the shows. I don't display it underneath because you're going to look at a big semi-gloss black, flat panel, so there's not a lot of detail there. But I did add some weathering, like this car had been in like a 24-hour race or something like that. I'll hold it up here so you can get a little bit better shot of it. You can see the very subtle weathering that I've done to the car. There's some added grime and grease, and I did a black wash on the panel lines just to grime it up a little bit. On the driver's side, I did a little bit of fender damage right there on that corner. That was all done with, man, my camera is not doing very well. There we go. There's the damage that I put on the front of it, and I chipped the front splitter a little bit. But like I say, it's weathered down the side some, and this, after all the decals was put on this, it was clear coated over top and actually polished out. This car was super shiny before I did the weathering, but I just wanted to do something a little different. Most of my stuff is all pretty clean, brand new, and shiny, so this one here was just something a little bit different for me. This car at the shows had a tough time getting started. People didn't really understand what I was going for as far as the look, so it had like I say, it had a slow start on its debut. I think it actually the first two shows I took it to, it never even placed, and I was kind of getting to the point where I said, well, no more weathered cars for me. And I took it to a couple more shows and it seemed to take off. It seemed like people really started enjoying the car. It's got a couple first place awards. It's got some first place box stock awards, a bunch of seconds and a bunch of thirds. And it's actually, for some reason or another, ended up with a best race car award. And it also ended up with a best GM award. So that kind of made me pretty happy with that. And but like I say, this is totally for you guys that don't think you can do well with a box stock model. This is box stock. There's nothing added to it. It just takes the modeling basics to be perfected, and make sure that things fit and they look decent. I'm sure there's other people that's built this kit that's probably done a much better job than I have on it. And but for what's here in front of you, and at that time in my building career, I was that's about the best that I could turn out. And I've practiced my weathering some since then, and it's coming along, but I'm still not embarrassed with this car. It's a pretty clean model as far as I'm concerned, and it's done well at the shows. So, but that gives you an idea of what my second car that I ever finished was, and that was this one here, the Corvette C5-r. And I've got a few more that I'm going to get out tonight and do short videos on. So stay tuned for that, and I'll thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you later.